Let's go. Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station. Previously with the Morning Q crew.
Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station. In a new poll out this morning, 34% of people who own a car say they'd be embarrassed for someone they know to look inside their vehicle right now. 33% say they have random clothing in their car. 23% say there's trash and food wrappers. 36% admit there are bottles and cans littered around. 21% say there's actual food on the floor of their vehicle.
Oh, that's nasty.
As we speak.
You're going to get roaches in there.
They didn't ask, but most of those people, they probably have kids, right?
Yeah,
Overall,
that makes sense.
half of car owners feel that the current state of their car's interior is a fair reflection of their personality, for better or for worse. 46% say their car is very or somewhat clean and organized. 16% admit it is a total mess. 19% say it's constantly shifting between messy and clean. Gen Zers are the most likely to say their vehicle is clean, and boomers have the messiest cars. What say you, Nancy?
Well, for my vehicle, you're right. Whenever you said it earlier, you're going to find dog hair in my car, but I promise you this, you will not find food in my car. I am adamant about not eating in my car unless it's like a little snack or something. But even then, if I spill something, I pick it up as soon as I get where I'm going, because I am adamant about not, because one day when I was a kid, there was somebody at my grandma's house, and I happened to walk by her car, and she had food on her car, and there were roaches all around that food.
It traumatized you?
It traumatized me. So to this day, I will not leave food in my car, and I don't eat meals in my car, like burgers or stuff like that. I'll have it most, like I said, like a little grab, like a snack or whatever. But if I spill something, it's out of there. I don't drink soda, so I don't leave cans in my car. And most I have water. That's it. So you might see a lot of junk mail in there. That's like because I'm picking the mail up as I'm leaving, and so I'll put the junk mail in there. So it's trash with like a lot of stuff that I carry around, but it's not like food stuff. You know what I mean? It's not like gross. Well, you consider dog hair gross.
It's just junky.
It's junky.
The dog hair is gross because
me,
people don't want to sit in your passenger seat because you're going to get full of hair.
No, but here's the thing. I put a seat cover for my dog, and when somebody wants to come, I take the seat cover off so you're not sitting on dog hair.
But, I mean, you bring hair. It's on the back board right here from your
purse. You know what?
purse.
Pet owners understand. Because
your hair goes with you everywhere.
Because I'm putting my purse and stuff on top of that seat cover so it transfers. But if somebody comes in my car, I remove the seat cover so they can sit on a clean seat.
My truck goes between messy and clean as well. Sometimes I'll go through a phase where it's real messy. I'll have some receipts and some change and some bottles of water or something. But it doesn't get crazy.
Yeah.
I used to go to school. My cousin would drop me off at school. She was a nurse there, so it made sense for her to bring me to school so I didn't have to ride the bus. You barely could put your feet on the floor in there.
Oh, gosh. Mine's not bad.
So much crap down there.
No, mine's not like that.
They had Dr. Pepper cans.
Oh, no.
Tons of stuff.
Y'all keep a bag in your car if it's that bad. Mine's not that bad.
My other cousin is like that. I used to go places with him. I mean, you have to knock all kind of stuff off the seat, and then they just throw it on the floorboard, and that was full of stuff. And I felt bad because
my brother's is like that.
You don't want to step on all their stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be gentle. It's just weird.
Like compared to my brother's car, mine's clean. Like his is junky, like really bad. Like you think he's moving somewhere, but he's not.
To be fair, we spend a lot of time in our cars, and as long as you clean up every now and then, I don't see a problem with it. But if you're gonna have people you expect to ride with you, don't expect people to want to ride with you if your vehicle is like Nancy's full of dog hair.
I moved the seat cover over, Josh.
Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station.
Hey, guys, looking for some ways to save money? It's harder and harder these days.
Especially with holidays coming up, Morning Crow and Valentine's Day.
Oh, my gosh. But let me tell you, they installed some new gas meters in my town, and I'm telling you, my bill between water and gas is like a little over $100 now.
It's going up or down?
It's going up. With these new gas meters.
You're paying for those new meters.
You're paying for the new meters and the people who haven't been paying their bills, too. It's just ridiculous,
My
Josh.
internet just went up because some copper fee or something. And when I first saw that, I was like, okay, sure, that'll be like 90 cents or something like that. No, it was a whole $6 of a copper fee. I was like, they're implementing the high-speed fiber internet, so I'm paying for it, basically.
And copper's expensive, too, so that's probably why, because copper's good, but it's expensive. And also, they put in new water meters a couple of years ago, so we've been paying, for these new meters.
Everything goes up.
Everything goes up. So, but there are savings to be found, guys. Here are some easy ways that you can stick with. How about unplug your electronics when you're not home? TV TVs, game systems, they pull power even when they're off. Smart power strips make it easy to shut them down all at once. How about seal up any air leaks? We've always heard that. Drafty doors and windows let money escape. Think of it that way. You're just letting your money out the door and out the windows.
Every watt matters, as Clico likes to say.
Exactly. Use some weather stripping and caulk to keep your heated and cooled air inside. Turn down the water heater. Most people set their water heater to 140 degrees. Dropping it to 120 saves energy and still keeps the showers hot. Plan all your meals before shopping. Simple weekly plan can cut down on food waste and impulse buys. Cancel your subscriptions. Keep only what's necessary.
Yeah, every now and then I keep it in my notepad of what I'm subscribed to and my
idea.
monthly bills, and I look at it every now and just to make sure, because sometimes things get a little crazy. I'm like, am I really needing this for a subscription?
I'm gonna have to cancel.
There's so
something.
many of them out there.
I know. How about make DIY cleaning products like vinegar and baking soda clean just as well? I'm personally not a fan of that because I don't want everything smelling like vinegar. Some people like that, but
making their own detergent too.
Yeah, you could do that easily with I think it's soap shavings or something. But there's all kinds of things you could find on the internet that do that very well. It's a lot cheaper than buying the expensive products at the store, and they clean just as well. You could skip the heated dry cycle on your dishwasher because air drying works for free.
Hashtag free.
Free. So, yeah, look into some other saving ways to save, guys, because they're going to nickel and dime you to death. So just nickel and dime yourself,
Nickel and dime yourself.
Save your nickels and dimes elsewhere so they're not nickel and diming you to death.
I do try to keep things unplugged as much, like my air fryer and certain things. There are certain electronics, though, like I don't have those, strips to just turn it all off, so it's kind of out the way to go and unplug it and plug it in every time I want to use it. It's like, really?
Right.
So I just leave it in.
I unplug my microwave, I unplug my washer, my dryer, all that stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Even the washer and the dryer?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's electric, so I'm pulling all that stuff out. I take the TV off and microwave. Wow. The refrigerator has to stay plugged in, obviously.
Whoa, that's so
I'm going to come back to a mess.
Don't go too crazy to save a cent. Okay? Let us know if you have any money-saving tips. We'd love to hear them. Q93FM.com. Use the Q93 app. You can also DM us on social media at Q93 Alexandria and at Morning Q Crew. Q93 Alexandria's #1 hit music station.
All right, Josh. So if you are wanting to get your loved one a dozen roses for Valentine's Day.
If I had to.
How many times are you going to sing that song? Okay, this isn't the country station. So, a new report analyzed the average price of a dozen roses throughout all 50 states. And which state do you think is the most expensive for roses?
California.
No, actually, Josh, California is easier on the wallet than Texas, as it turns out. But the state where a dozen roses cost the most is Hawaii. You know how much it costs in Hawaii? $127.
$127
for a dozen roses. That's right. So overall, Americans can expect to spend $93.07 for a dozen roses, which is up a whopping 16% from just 3 years ago. In 2023, the average price was only $80.16. The state where, we said Hawaii was $127. Kansas and Texas are tied for at $113. $113 for a dozen roses, followed by Montana, North Dakalaki, that's North Dakota, Maine, Wyoming, New York, Vermont, and Washington State. Indiana has the lowest price at $72 for a dozen roses on average. Massachusetts is the second cheapest at $75, followed by California at $78, then Pennsylvania, Alaska, New Mexico, Arizona, Rhode Island, Oregon, and Illinois. The report didn't suggest why roses are soaring in price, so maybe it's just expected that everything is becoming more expensive. If you want to know where Louisiana ranks, Josh, so you have a little honey yourself, you have a fiance, if you want to get a dozen roses, the average it'll cost you in Louisiana, $88.33.
It must have to do with the proximity of the state or whatever to where they make a lot of roses,
Well, that too.
To transport them and, things like that.
Yeah, and good old, supply and demand, that kind of thing.
That too.
And prices are going to surge around Valentine's Day anyway.
That's why I go to Walmart.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that.
Those flowers at Walmart last forever, man. And they're way cheaper than any florist or florist or whatever you call them.
But don't forget your local florist as well, by the way. Because they have really nice flowers, guys.
They do.
Nothing wrong with Walmart.
If you're on a budget, go to Walmart.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's right.
If I had to dozen roses and an old
Stop singing that song!
If I really could have hugged the moon, would it change your mind? Q93, Alexandria is number one hit music station. So, Nancy, a website surveyed thousands of NFL fans across the league and asked them their relationship status, from single and dating to married, divorced, or living with a partner. And here are the results. Atlanta Falcons fans are the most single in the NFL, with 38% reporting they're unattached heading into Valentine's Day.
All right.
So they suck on the field and off.
Okay.
Houston Texans.
Dang, that's a burn.
And New York Giants fans are close behind, tied for second.
Okay.
The Las Vegas Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings are next. The rest of the 10 most single fan bases are the Tennessee Titans, the Los Angeles Rams, the San Francisco 49ers, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
On the flip side, we have Indianapolis Colts. Their fans are the least single. Only 11% of Colts fans say they're currently on the market.
I think that's a Midwest thing.
LA Chargers fans are the next most partnered, followed by Browns fans, Arizona Cardinals fans, Buffalo Bills fans, Green Bay Packers fans, then Seattle Seahawks fans.
Well, they have a lot to celebrate.
They do. So Seattle fans will likely be wearing a ring while they watch their favorite team win one on Sunday. 35% of Seattle fans are married.
Made a lot of babies after that Super Bowl.
Whoa. Family show. Also, Cincinnati Bengals fans have the highest divorce percentage at 26%. Every time Joe Burrow gets sacked, there's another divorce in Cincinnati.
Dang.
8%.
Somebody else is getting sacked after that.
8% of 49ers fans picked other, more than any other fan base. So 49ers fans may have some of the most complicated relationships in the league. As for the New Orleans Saints, we're kind of in the middle, Nancy.
Yeah.
We're like, what, 27-ish?
Yeah, 27.
Or no, 17. From most single to least. So we're kind of in the middle of the pack.
I was looking at single. It said, well, okay, maybe I was reading it a different way because it said 27% single.
Yeah,
so we were right next to the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're kind of halfway there in the middle. What say you, Nancy? What kind? Are you a Saints fan?
Well, of course I'm a Saints fan. I'm going to root for the home team.
Well, that's why we're up there.
But you know what? I'm surprised that Minnesota, Vikings were part of like the singles. Because I don't know, I just think that at least one of the players was dating Rizzo, right? Like according to her song.
Lizzo,
I'm sorry. New man, Minnesota Vikings. You remember?
Yeah, I don't think that lasts long. Speaking of which, did you see that Stephon Diggs and Cardi B have broken up?
Already?
Yes.
Dang.
They unfollowed each other the night of the Super Bowl when they had lost. 50 Cent.
And she was up there too during the halftime show.
Yes.
So she was single during that moment, or did he see something he didn't like and then he broke up with her?
I saw some report that his baby mama also had front row seats or something, like he had given her tickets.
Okay.
And that ticked her off. I don't know if that's true or not.
Wow.
But I did see 50 Cent had put out a tweet trolling Stephon Diggs. You want to know what he said?
He's the biggest troll, and I love him for it. What he said?
He said this right here. Can you imagine waking up this morning and you done lost this BITCH and the Super Bowl? I would tell everybody to get away from me, have a drink, and go back to sleep.
50, I love 50 as a troll. He's the best.
That's crazy. Anyway, Q93 Alexandria is number one hit music station. Tell me something good, Nancy.
All right, a toddler in Missouri had to be rescued from a claw machine game on Saturday. 2-year-old Cooper King climbed up into the claw machine when his parents weren't watching. His mom says she took her eye off him for 15 seconds. He was stuck inside for 20 minutes before an employee showed up with a key. By all accounts, he had a blast. He looks like he's in all those big bouncy rubber balls. He didn't care, Josh. He was having so much fun with all those big old rubber balls in there. He's like, no, I don't want to come out. Number 2, the Orange County Sheriff's Office in Orlando added a new vehicle to their fleet, Josh, an ice cream truck. It's a community outreach thing. They're driving it around, handing out free ice cream to kids. They say the whole thing is paid for using money seized from drug dealers.
Wow.
So, yeah, free ice cream thanks to the drug dealers. Here you go, kids. So that's pretty cute. It has a little officer driving the ice cream trucks. That's a good way to put the money to good use. I like that. And finally, Josh, a couple in the UK just got engaged after meeting in their retirement home. 85-year-old Pamela Walters is robbing the cradle a bit because her fiance Colin is just 73. They got close a year ago and got engaged on January 28th. No wedding date yet. They say they're just enjoying their engagement right now. You know what'd be really cute? Is if
they have a wedding there?
If they got married in the next Super Bowl. Whoever does the halftime show next, because we just had a wedding on this Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah, that's true.
Bad Bunny, that was a real wedding. So maybe they can get married if they can last, wait that long. I mean, so that would be great. I corrected that really fast. I just want them to wait long enough because they're in love and they want to get married right away. That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Good night, 3. Alexandria's number 1 hit music station.
All right, Josh, we were having some fun for the last couple of weeks. A lot of people were making caricatures of themselves using ChatGPT or maybe some other services, but it was a big old trend. It was basically ask it to draw a caricature based on everything it knows about you, and people were shocked about how much it knows, so you might need to upload a photo first, but standard prompt everyone's using was create a caricature of me and my job based on everything you know. So it should spit out a decent drawing, and the part blowing people's minds is all the little details. It might have your dogs in there, or know you're a Disney adult, or maybe that you love true crime. Experts say there could be some risk to it, though, especially if you feed it more info to get a good pic, and then you share that picture on social media. A cybersecurity expert told Forbes he's worried about people sharing personal info without fully considering how that data might be used or retained. So in other words, OpenAI could burn you down the road and leak it. So sharing the image online comes with risks too. Anything personal, like your pet's name, could be used to steal your identity. It's not as bad as posting your license online, but it's kind of the same idea. So what do you think, Josh?
I think I'm regretting sharing my feet pics with ChatGPT.
Oh, you shared those nasty things? Now it's going to try to sell them for you, but you're not going to get much.
I wanted to ask ChatGPT what I should do with my toenails.
Oh, it said there's no hope. It recommended an antifungal cream. A powerful one.
It said just amputate them. But we did make our own caricatures.
We did.
And mine came out pretty good. It did take long for me to tell it what I wanted. You, on the other hand, you probably took about an hour to get yours like you wanted.
Because with all my jobs in, I had to finagle it because it required a lot of details.
It had a lot going on in that caricature.
It did. I
was like, it's a perfect representation of your life. It's a hot mess.
It is. Proud of it.
So if you want to check our caricatures out, you can do so at Q93FM.com. You can also do that on our socials, Q93 Alexandria and at Morning Q Crew. Be sure to find us too personally on social media. That way you can follow us along when we're not on the radio, when we're off air. I'm at Off Air with Josh, and you can find Nancy K. Duplasham. What should I do with my feet? I'm going to show you my toes. And
cut them off and start over.
Q93 Alexandria's number 1 hit music station.
Falling passionately in love. It has not happened to all of us, but for some of us it has happened. And a new study says that it can only happen twice in a lifetime on average. I don't know about that, Josh. I mean, the study says 14% of single adults, that's about 1 in 7, have never experienced passionate love at all. So they're due. Only 11% of people say they have experienced passionate love 4 or more times, and men are more likely to experience it than women, but that trend is only true among straight guys. So the study included more than 10,000 people between the ages of 18 and 99. When asked if they'd experienced that intense butterflies in the stomach love, about 30% said it's happened with one person, and another 30% said it's happened twice. Those were by far the most common answers, so naturally the numbers increased with age, which means it isn't only a young person thing. So that's good news for people who think that maybe it'll never happen again. So it happens throughout your lifetime. So the study didn't define passionate love, so it leaves it open to interpretation. Generally, it's that early relationship intensity, that obsessively thinking about your partner, intense longing when you're apart, heightened arousal when you're together. What say you, Josh?
Yeah, that's on average. Everyone's situation is a little bit different. It could be a little bit more, a little bit less. And we talked about that couple in the nursing home that found love at old age, right? You're in your good news segment, so you never know when it's going to hit. My grandfather used to tell me that. He'd ask me, Josh, you found a girlfriend yet? And I always say no. I was single for a long time. He's like, well, you're going to know when it hits you. He says it's going to hit you like you got to take a you-know-what.
Whoa!
He's like,
that's pretty unromantic.
It's just going to hit you, and you're going to have to go.
Whoa! That's a little unromantic. I think a lot of people confuse passionate, this whole passionate love thing. I think people are confusing that with lust, instead of actual love. And I've had to tell this to people who are very close to me before, because I keep seeing the same mistakes that they're making, because they don't understand, like, oh, I'm so in love with so-and-so, and they fall in love so easily, and that relationship usually ends horribly, after a little while, and they don't understand why. I'm like, because you're falling in lust, or you're falling into infatuation rather than love.
It's like they're forcing it.
They're not really. I think they're just confusing the emotions. You know what I mean?
Well, I know some people, too, like, they're not actually looking for the right person. They're just looking for a relationship. They just any and all relationships. Maybe so. It's like they're forcing it to happen.
Maybe so. And I think they just get that butterfly feeling, and they just love the attention, and they're getting that feeling of that passionate love. But it's like I tell people, love is a verb, not a noun. It's something you do for someone because you care about them. It's not the feeling that they give you. It's something else. But you can still have those feelings about someone you love. But I don't know.
I think that's a lot of young people go through that too. You're hormonal, and you're just trying to figure yourself out and someone else out. And marriage is a difficult thing, and relationships are a difficult thing.
Right.
But you're probably better suited as you get older. Like, you're more focused on finding the right person.
Yes.
Like what they're into, their interests, their values, their morals, who they are.
You're better off doing that, and
worry about the feelies and all that later. That's how I handled it after I grew up and I got older. I'm like, look, I want to find the right person. I'm not looking for
the mature way of doing
it. Feel good, make me feel like butterflies.
You're right. That little butterfly feeling will probably come after you found the person. Yeah, I like the way you think, Josh.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You get to know someone, and you slowly fall in love with them, and you get the goody feelies.
Yes.
Think of that old couple in the funeral home. Nursing home.
Careful.
Not the funeral, the nursing. Eventually you'll be the old couple in the funeral home, too.
That's right.
That's for another topic, another discussion, another day.
What do you guys think? Let us know how many times you've fallen passionately in love, or Josh and I onto something. Maybe you have to find the right person, then you fall, the butterfly feelings, or has it worked out for you where you felt that intensity first, and then the relationship lasts? Let us know what you think.
Q93 Alexandria on social media, Q93FM.com, or use the free Q93 app. Q93 Alexandria's #1 hit music station. New poll out. 82% of Americans said they believe that Valentine's Day is a trick to make people spend more money. 40% of people admit to having a Valentine's Day budget, and 48% of people would not marry someone with bad budgeting habits. In fact, 60% say irresponsible spending is a bigger turnoff than bad breath.
I don't know. They're pretty much both a bad turnoff for me.
Constant bad breath is definitely a no-go.
It is a no-go, but I'm telling you, the bad budgeting habits, you're not going to play with my money, son.
That is tough, but you can maybe help teach that person how to budget better.
I think
bad breath, I don't know you can do anything with that.
I think it's easier to give them better breath than it is to teach money habits. When you're older, you're set in your ways. I think it's easier to slip some mouthwash into their, their water or something than it is to teach them money water. I don't know, just trick them into. No, you can swallow them.
You can't drink that much mouthwash.
Just a little bit, just a little splash. Put some mint leaves in their tea or something. Just freshen it up.
27% of Americans don't expect their Valentine to spend any money on a gift. 26% expect something modest, definitely under $50. 35% say they expect something a little more expensive, between $50 and $100, and just 12% want their Valentine spending more than $100 on them. Whatever the case may be, if they say don't buy me anything, don't buy into that.
No.
Because that is a lie straight from the pits of hell.
It is a lie.
They want something and they expect something, and you better show up with something.
Yes, indeed.
I don't know why women say that. I think they want to mess with you
mentally. We don't want it to make it seem like we're greedy, but
y'all do inside.
We want to be sweet. We don't want you to seem like we want to be greedy, or that we want you to, Just get us something.
You want to feel appreciated.
We want to feel appreciated. We don't. You know what it is? We don't want to have to ask for it. We want you to want to give us something.
But don't lead the guy off by saying, "Don't give me nothing. I don't want nothing."
You should know better. But see, if you're in a relationship, you should know us by now. If we're in a relationship that long, you should know better.
That is like the ultimate gaslighting right there.
It is.
It's
we admit it.
So bad.
Look, as your friend, I will admit to you, it is gaslighting. But as a woman, I'm telling you, always get the gift. Even if she says, don't get me anything, always get it. As your friend, I'm begging you to always get the gift.
Look, my mom did that to me one year. It was so bad for Mother's Day.
I told you that, remember? Last year for Christmas, you said, I'm not going to get my mom anything. I said, you better get your mama something.
We usually don't buy each other a whole lot of stuff because we take a lot of trips and
we
buy stuff throughout the year. It doesn't have to be a lot, just something. She said, don't give me nothing for Mother's Day. Don't worry about it. You know, we buy enough. I didn't. Let me tell you something I heard about for years. Years. Never again.
One time my mama forgot my birthday.
Oh.
And I was so sad, and I was staying with my my niece and her mom and her grandmother. So I was at their house in Bunkie, okay? And I was sad. I said, my mom forgot my birthday. And it was like 9:00 at night, okay? And a whole day went by. She hadn't even wished me happy birthday. She called and talked to me and everything, still hadn't wished me happy birthday. I said, she forgot. So my niece's grandma called my mom in front of me and said, you know you forgot Nancy's birthday. Oh no. Then my mom called my phone and said, hey, happy birthday. I bet you thought I forgot. You did forget. No, I didn't. I just called you.
To be fair, your mom had memory issues. That could have been part of it.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. She had dementia.
She gave birth to me. She should remember that.
You're listening to the best of the Morning Q Crew. Wake up with the Morning Q Crew weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. and subscribe to the best of the Morning Q Crew podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Let's go! Q93.